Hey guys, so today's video is not a tutorial. I'm just going to talk to you a bit about paint pens. Now, if you guys are familiar with the channel, you know I use paint pens a lot. There's lots of reasons I use them often, but I would say my number one reason to this day is no cleanup. So it never fails. I always get out too much paint. And so when I'm done painting my rock, then I gotta find someplace else to use up my extra paint. Or, you know, I'm in the middle of painting and one of my kids needs me, or I need to step away for whatever reason, and I've still got the paint on the tray. So I love the paint pens because you can put a cap on. Now there are different kinds of paint pens. You can find oil paint pens, and then also water-based paint pens. And I've got a couple oil ones back here. And I do have a set. Actually, the first set of paint pens I bought were oil ones because I didn't know and I was at the craft store. Now these do write well. I haven't had these opened in a long time, so they might be a little dry, but a couple dabs and you can maybe get them going again. I didn't even shake them. I just grabbed them right off my shelf. So if you've purchased these, you can definitely use them on rocks. See if we can get this one going. See that one? They write very well. They come in different size tips. The main reason why I moved on from these is I like the water-based pens because you can use them more like fluid paint. You can blend colors, you can use a brush and water on them to fade them. So they're also a lot easier to clean up after if you're using them. So I initially bought a multi-pack of pens so that I could get 3 main sizes. There's only a few pens I've replaced and I've had mine for a very long time. And so I just actually replaced and got some new black 1M pens. So I'm just gonna show you here from opening kind of how to take care of them, and then I'll show you the tip on these as well. So I'll get one of these out. And it's in another little plastic inside here. So you can give it a little bit of a shake. For the plastic, you can just take off. And you can see how nice and pointed this is. It's almost funny. You almost forget how nice and pointy they are when they're brand new. The first thing I always do is I burp my pen, which all you have to do, you can use your finger or the back side of the lid, is you hold it facing up and you push down the tip, and you'll sometimes get a little burst of air that will come out. Now, some people say they never get air. I've heard elevation can be a factor if it's exposed to any different temperatures on its way. It's just always safe to do it, just to let that little bit of air out of the pen. So, and then you prime your pen. So right now, the tip of this is white. And I want to show you, because I use these on rocks and they will wear down. I'm not going to say they don't. Look how far down this one has gotten. Can you see that? Oh, here, let me put my finger behind there. So the difference is going to be huge. But that's what happens when you're using something on a rock. It took a while for it to wear down. So all you do is you press the tip into a piece of paper or hard surface that you don't mind getting ink to. And you're going to slowly let the paint out. So I usually press down, hold for a few seconds, and lift up because I like to check for the paint. And you'll see it, and I'll show you here. It'll start coming down the tip of the pen. But I don't like to sit and bam, bam, bam my pen. But see, you can see it's already filling up. There's just that very little tip. It doesn't have paint yet, but it will get there with one more. And then look, super nice. Let's see, where did I just draw? I'll draw here. Okay. And I'll show you the difference here of my new pen from the old one. Look how much thinner the new one is. So over time it will wear down, but you know, it's okay. I use black for lining a lot. Now I've also got a new pack of these colors. They're like really cool. Like a camouflage green and navy blue. I haven't opened these yet. So same thing, give it a good shake. Remove your plastic, and you'll see, maybe I'll hold this one closer, maybe you'll be able to hear this. Oh, that one was loud. See? So did you hear that little burst of air that came out? That's just releasing some pressure. If you don't do that, I have heard stories of the pens kind of splurting out fluid. I actually had a few do it to me after I moved. So I am at a different elevation now. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. But so same thing, I just press this into the paper a few seconds at a time, kind of lift and peek to see, because you'll start to see it come down the tip there. Once it starts flowing down the tip, it doesn't take much longer. So I just kind of like to keep an eye on it. And I haven't seen this color yet, so I'm excited. This one's like it's a navy blue. They have lots of different colors that you can get. I've got glitter pens. I've got pastel colored pens. Ooh, that's a nice dark blue. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about though. So if I take this blue and I place a good amount of it here, and then I take, say, my light blue that I already have and come into it like this, I can kind of blend them and work with them just like that. You see that? And I'll lift it up to show you. And then you can just doodle off the tip of your pen. Let's see, I'll put the lid on here. See, you can blend them together. Oops, sorry, blend them together. Just like that. You can do it just on your rocks like that. You can also use a brush and water to maneuver them around a little bit. These wrappers out of here. So that's another thing you can do. And also on the larger pens, not the smaller one, but these larger pens. Here, I'm going to open another one so I don't have to get my hands all dirty to show you this. But the tip, again here, we'll see if it makes noise. There it is. So the tips on the 3Ms and the 5Ms can come out. Now there's going to be a little paint on the other side of this already. But they come out and they're exactly the same size. So if over time on your pen, you wear down the tip working with rocks, I mean we're rock painting here, you can flip the tip on the 3Ms and the 5Ms that way, not the 1M. Unfortunately, it's got a different style of tip to it to help keep that nice crisp edge. So I'm going to get this one going so you can check out this pretty color because I'm excited about it. Kind of like a fuchsia or magenta kind of color. I've had my eye on this set for a little while. So I have a project I wanted to do with navy blue, so I went ahead to get them. All right, there's the magenta. Ooh, that's pretty. There we go. So anyways, that's why I love the paint pen so much, because I got out, I just painted a little bit for you, and I just put my lids on so I could literally walk away right now in the middle of what I'm doing without worrying about this happening, because I always leave behind paint. So I'll link to our Amazon shop. I have all POSCAs in there because they're the only ones that I've specifically used. There are other brands out there. I can't let you know if they're amazing or not because I don't own any of them. So the POSCA brand are the ones I'm linking to because I can verify that I love them very much. And if you have any questions about the pens, you can leave them in the comments below and I will come through and answer them to the best of my ability. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and we'll see you all soon with a tutorial. Bye-bye.